We go. Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Tuesday night talks with fascinating people. And tonight we have somebody super fascinating. We have a guest, Hailey. Tell us your name, rank, and serial number. Where are you from? How old are you? Give us a little sense of who you are.
So my name is Hailey Horowitz and I'm 15. I live in Chicago and I live in Chicago. I originally come from Israel, but that's a story.
Okay. And you went on the CTeen Shabbatoma. Give us a little background. When did you start becoming a CTeen participant? What got you interested? And how long have you been doing CTeen stuff?
So it's actually a really funny story
Oh,
behind this
good.
because it took me about a year to start going to CTeen. So I thought at the start, I thought that CTeen wasn't such like it was a fun thing. It was a fun idea, but I didn't really think anything of it. And Mrs. Posner tried getting me on there for a full year, and I still didn't want to go. But eventually, I think I wanted to. So they have like every Monday, like going just to eat dinner and talk. And yeah, obviously it doesn't sound like anything, but once you go there and you have friends, it is really fun. And I decided to go there, and then it started.
Did you
So
have friends who were going, or you met new friends once you got there?
so I totally met new friends. I started going to a new school and I didn't know anyone. So CTing was pretty new to me and it was very scary at first.
Okay, and you've been going there. How long have you been participating in CTeen activities?
Maybe for about like a few months by now, because it only started like this year.
Okay, and then you heard about this trip to New York. Had you ever
Yeah.
been to New York before?
So I'm pretty sure I was there when I was little, but I don't think that counts because I never really flown anywhere else but from Israel and back to Israel. So I don't consider that me going to New York.
So did that sound like something that was especially exciting that was in New York, or that was a little scary?
I
What did
think
the New York side of it feel like?
I think flying on a plane without my parents, it was my first time ever doing that. I think that was a scary part,
Hmm.
but I had friends with me. Like we went and that was after I already met my friends, and so it made it a lot easier for me to go
Okay,
on
so
a
these are new friends from CTeen. That's wonderful.
yeah.
So can you walk us through what day of the week? Like give us a little bit of the itinerary of how it worked. What day did you actually leave from Chicago?
We left on Thursday, February 27th from
Hmm.
Chicago. We went on a plane. It was 2:30 and I think the flight was I don't remember where the flight was.
So you got to blow off school, right?
Yeah, we didn't go to school. I There was an
Oh,
option, but we didn't want to.
so how many kids from Skokie CTeen were on the trip?
I think including the chaperones and Mrs. Posner and Rabbi Posner, it was 27 people.
Wow, 27.
Yeah, it was a
Wow,
lot.
that is now okay. So wow, I thought you were gonna say five. Okay, so 27 people. So how do you like coordinate everything? You got all your luggage, you got to get to the airport. Everybody just showed up on their own.
So I think some of the chaperones, okay, so some of the chaperones were already in New York because they didn't come from Chicago. Um, but it was really easy. Like we went to the Muse and we went on a van and we went to the
Oh,
airport.
so you all went together. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
met in one
great.
place.
Okay, so you get there, the flight was on time, no drama with that.
No, it was
Oh,
pretty smooth. There was a lot of dancing in the middle though.
I'm sure. Okay, so give us a little feel about that. What was the dancing like?
So for me, I haven't been on a trip for a very long time, and because I switched schools, I was still a little shy. So at the start of the dance, I was looking at people who were dancing in the bus, and I totally thought they were weird. But yeah, it was really weird. I was like, "What are you doing?" But at the end of the day, I mean, I lost my voice like 2 days ago. I had no voice, so
Right?
I think that opinion changed a lot after the shock. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so you're in the van, everybody's in a great mood, you got all your stuff, all the kids together, you get to the airport. That must have been somewhat of an ordeal checking everybody in and getting everybody through security. Any excitement there, or did that go pretty smoothly?
No, I truly think that Rabbi Posner and Mrs. Posner had it all figured out because I mean maybe for them it was hard. I really did not think it was a hard thing. I didn't need my ID because I'm still 15. But we went to like this machine and it gave us the tickets and we walked through. Like I told him I don't need my ID. I- yeah, it was really
Cool.
smooth.
Okay. And the plane ride was fine. Was that fun being on a plane with all your friends? Is that the first time you ever did something like that? Go on a plane with all your
Yeah,
friends? That must have been
yeah,
fun.
that was really
Okay.
fun. It was really
And then
interesting.
you landed in New York, and then is there a bus to meet you? Like what happens next?
I mean, yeah, we went, no, there wasn't a bus. I think we took the subway, maybe. I might have forgotten that part. A lot of things
Okay.
happened.
And where did you go for what was the first step? Robert Pose, you could jump in and fill in if we missed something exciting. Where'd you go first? Did you go into Brooklyn, to Crown Heights? Where did you go next?
We went to, I think at the start, we got our stuff down. I think we went to Mrs. Posner's mom and we like separated the groups to like know which is which.
So
And
everybody stayed in somebody's private home, right?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it was me and like there was only three girls, three people out of the girls who were in a different place than all the
Hmm.
rest, and then the guys were in one house.
Okay. And did you start meeting other kids from other CTeen groups?
Yeah, that was a big thing in the Shabbatot. I
So
think that
where, give us some of the crazy places that some of the other kids came from.
I met German people, I met
Wow.
Italy people, I met French, I met
Wow.
yeah,
Do
there
they
are
speak
some names.
English or do you speak Hebrew then?
Yeah, well, some of them I met Israeli people too. I
So you
spoke
could
with
speak with
them.
them in Hebrew. And what about the
Yeah.
French and German kids? Did they speak English? Did they speak Hebrew?
So some of them, it was really funny. Like there would always be like one or two people in the group who knew English, and they would be like translating what they said, and it was also really loud, so you couldn't really hear. It was like, yeah,
So
it
that
was
must have
really,
been pretty wild just meeting. I mean, how many times do you meet kids from Germany or France or other
yeah,
far
it was
away
a
countries? Was
lot.
that kind of interesting?
It also got me to come out of my comfort zone because at that point I was still a little shy, and then
Sure.
after that, like I realized I'm like everyone's here, nobody's really thinking about what you're doing. They're just having their own fun time.
Sounds like a crazy time to meet all these other kids your age from these foreign countries. Okay, so it's Thursday, you're getting there, you're kind of settled. What was the first like activity?
We went to this like big place. I think the first activity really was going to meet people. I think that's what we did on Thursday. We met people. Yeah, I don't think we did anything else. I think Friday we went to the wax museum.
Oh, okay. So you went, how did you go on the subway?
Yeah, we went
Did
on the
you, so you've
subway.
never been on the New York subway? Have you been on the L
No,
here in Chicago?
have I been in the what?
On the L here in Chicago?
No, I don't
No,
think
so that's kind of fun, right? To go on the train with all the whole group. Do you know how many kids all told were there for this whole program?
I'm pretty sure someone told me it was over 4,000 people.
4,000 people. My goodness.
Yeah, but the
So
first
all
subway,
4,000 of you showed up at the subway. Excuse me, I'd like to buy 4,000 tokens. Like
um,
that.
I'm not sure. I think the first subway we went to, like to go to the wax museum, it was actually empty. I don't think
Hmm.
people were. But we had a performance. Like this guy, I think he randomly stood up and he started performing for us.
On the subway?
Yeah, it was really
Wow.
cool. I think if I had to think about an experience I wanted to have on a subway, it would 100% be that. Like it was a good first experience.
Nice. Okay, so you do that. Then the Wax Museum. You've never been to Manhattan before. You get a feel
No.
for that. How do you move 4,000 kids? Okay, everybody, follow me. I mean, how did that work?
I think what happened was is that first of all, the places that we went to all together, it was a really like they were like massive places. And second of all, I think like all the rest of the time, everyone kind of just like every group kind of just did their own thing. It was only really like the Times Square or like going into like the meet place where everyone sees people.
So did
Like
you
that
make
was
friends with any kids from foreign countries
yeah.
or from interesting places? Where are some of the places you made
I
friends with
have
some kids from? Any kids from the United States or
I have people from England.
wow,
Yeah, there are people from Texas. A lot of them, I got so many numbers because of how many friends I made. It
that's
was,
great. So you still in
Yeah.
touch with them, WhatsApp or Instagram or
Yeah.
something? That's great. That's fantastic. So what were their stories like? Were their stories like your stories? Were they kids who had just started becoming involved in CTeen? Did you get any sense of their background?
Well, yeah, I mean, most of them were my age, 15 to 14. So that's like
Hmm.
ninth grade. So you don't really have so much experience with like going to New York or like big trips like that. I think it was like the first thing for most of the people that I
That's
met.
pretty wild. I mean, imagine you're going to a foreign country and you don't speak people you said from France and Germany and so on. That must be wild. Okay, so after the wax museum, was it time to get ready for Shabbos? What was the next step?
Yeah, after the wax museum, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know if Rabbi Posner hears this, but um, I think we went back home. I don't think we had a lot of time.
Right.
We got
Remember Ryan Park?
what?
Right, Pose, it sounds like you had a good time. You also lost your voice.
Haley, remember we went to Ryan Park?
Oh yeah,
That was crazy.
we went to this really pretty place. Um,
Yeah.
and we saw it was a really nice view. It was a long walk. I think the whole trip we were walking for so long. Like the walk, like my legs, like I think at the end I had to like sit down because of how much my legs were
You
hurting
got your
from like
10,000 steps in, huh?
yeah. I think my phone was saying that I overdid my steps. It was
Okay.
really fun. It was a good exercise.
Okay, and now it's getting ready for Shabbos time. So give us a little sense of that. You went back to the family you were staying with. How did that work?
It was really fast. We did not have. I mean, we had a lot of time, but I think because of like how many people there were, I think that was like really hard. I think we had like an hour or something to get ready, which might sound like a lot, but a lot of girls in the same room having to get dressed. There was only one bathroom,
Uh-oh.
so yeah, a lot was going on. But after we got ready, I think we were all ready to go to the place where everyone meets. I totally forgot what it's called.
Okay. So you went to a big hall. What's the place, Rabbi Posner?
The place that they went to was the Armory.
The Armory
Armor.
down. Oh, so that's a big, gigantic place. So that was set up for 4,000 Shabbos meals.
Yeah.
That's
A lot
So
of,
crazy.
so for Friday night, the girls were there by themselves. So it was just 2,000 people. That's it.
Just 2,000. Oh, well, that's easy squeezy. I'd like
Right.
to order Shabbos dinner for 2,000 people. Can you have it ready in half an hour? Fantastic. How was the food? Was the food any good?
yeah, actually surprisingly, like some of the food was really good. I didn't eat a lot because I was mostly like getting to know people, but the food that I did eat, it was really good. It was not
So
bad.
you had some sitting with other kids from different countries and different states, and you got to meet them and get friends.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so then you got to walk back, go to sleep, get up in the morning, and then what?
We in the morning, we I think we went again to like meet people. It was a Shabbos meal.
Hmm.
We had workshops in the armory and
Nice.
we got to hear a lot of speeches. It was really nice.
Good.
After at the end in Times Square, I got a picture with Noam.
Okay.
It
So
was
tell
really,
us
it was,
about the Times Square. That's Saturday night just to catch everybody up. So Shabbos ends. You have some time to rest, or it's right away on to the next adventure.
we did not have time to rest. We
You
came
didn't
back.
come here to sleep. You'll sleep on your
Yeah,
own time.
we came back. I think it was like 18 minutes, and like after Havdalah, everyone literally got ready. We went. Um,
So you went to Times Square also on the subway?
Yes. Oh my God. That was crazy. I felt like I was gonna, and then I don't know what happened. It was so hot inside. There was like steam on the windows because of how many people there was there. It was crazy. Absolutely insane. At some point it did get a little scary because the train kind of went sideways. I don't know if it was my imagination, but it was kind of scary at the start because the train person kept saying don't jump on the train and everyone was jumping.
Because everyone was jumping
So
up and down. Oh boy.
yeah,
See, New York never has had such a wild subway ride till CTeen came. Otherwise, it's very civilized in the New York subway. So you get to Times Square. Give us that. I mean, I encourage everybody, if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube. You got to see it.
yeah.
5,000 kids in Times Square. But give us a feel what that was like.
It was amazing. At first, me and my friends, we all had to like chain our arms because we did not want to get lost.
Good idea.
There was a massive crowd, and everyone is like, like everyone was like smashed together in like one big space, and if you weren't jumping you would literally be smashed on the floor. Like you had to. And me and my friend specifically, I don't know why we did that, we went all the way to the middle. And at some point I told my friend, I was like, I literally, it was like we were having, I literally couldn't breathe, we had to go back because of how many people there was. And at the end it was an amazing time, really. Like I truly believe that like Times Square is cool. And I think the thought of like putting CTeen like on the billboard was crazy. Like how much, like it was insane.
It was wild. I encourage everybody, go on YouTube. You got to see this. Kids jumping, singing. It's so loud. And how late did that go? Like what time was it when that was over? Do you remember?
I think it was about maybe like 12 o'clock. It
Oh my
was really
gosh.
late. Yeah, it was late, and we started at like maybe 9 or 8.
So a couple hours. So you go back, you must be exhausted, I'm sure.
Yeah,
And you
we
go to
were.
sleep, but Sunday is the next program. What happens on Sunday?
Also, like the way back, we also had to be stuck in a train, like
Were
filled with people. Everyone was exhausted. At
there
some,
other people on the train besides the C-Team kids? Like, whoa, I got on the wrong train here.
I think there was, but that person left really fast on the
I'll wait
next
for the next
stop.
train.
Yeah, he did not want to stay there. I don't. I think he got
You guys
traumatized.
are scary. People in New York subway are not used to this intimidating environment. Okay, so you get back, you finally, rest, you go to sleep, you get up
Yeah,
Sunday morning. What happens on Sunday morning?
Sunday morning it was really fun. I don't remember what day it was, but we went to 770 and we went to
Nice,
the OL, which was,
beautiful.
it was an amazing experience because I learned about these things when I was a little kid, and like actually seeing them in real life, it was really, it was a holy place.
Fantastic.
Um, I think in Sunday morning we had to pack up, and we packed up. We're not, like everyone said, like once you pack up, like you're not going back to that place. We all said our goodbyes. And then that day we went to the OHEL, we wrote a letter, and we we went, yeah, it was crazy. Then there was a party bus.
4,000
And
kids.
no, I think
That's a
that was
lot of
only,
buses.
yeah, okay, well there was a lot of buses, but in my bus they added another chapter, and that was Texas.
Oh, that's cute. So you got to meet some other
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah, I met.
Okay,
Yeah, it was fun.
fun.
And
And
then,
then after the OHEL, was it time to go home or there was more activities?
well, we went to the Armory again,
Okay.
and I think that was the last time we went there. And then after that, we took a party bus and we went back. We went
And you
to
went back.
yeah,
You
it was
came home
very,
and fell asleep.
yeah, actually, it was really hard for me to fall asleep because it was like New York and Chicago are like an hour apart.
Uh-huh.
So like because I was so used to waking up early, and like my brain was like, I felt like when I went back home, I still felt like I was in a train driving like somewhere. Like I didn't, like everywhere I went that I was able to hold on to something, I was holding on to it because I was like, I don't want to fall. Yeah, it was crazy. I went home. I did go to sleep. I totally lost my voice from screaming the songs and shouting and jumping. But that just shows that we had a really fun time. I also like, I think what it taught me is really like I did not feel judged at all. It like going, I think CTeen people are amazing people. I think all of them, they're really like, I can't tell you one person I met that was rude or not nice. Everyone was just enjoying their time there, having fun, caring about other people. Like if I when we were in the Times Square and we had to like leave, like to go to the side, everyone allowed us to leave. They're really like, people on CTeen are a really nice bunch of
Beautiful.
people.
Haley, you should be like advertisement for CTeen. Your enthusiasm is wonderful. You brought the energy. We really, really appreciate it. Rabbi Posner, once again, you came through with a wonderful CTeen. 27 kids came. That's remarkable and amazing. Haley, you're great. You were great. Thank you for spending this time with us. Sounds like you got to give your voice a rest, have some tea with
Yes.
honey, and get some rest and come out fighting again. That's great. Really, really appreciate your time. Okay, we're going to say goodnight. I'm going to say thank you very much for your great report, your great telling, and you're the best advertisement for CTeen. Really,
Thank
really
you so
appreciate it.
much. It was
Thank
it was
you.
an honor being
Oh,
hosted.
thank you.
It was
Really did
amazing.
enjoy. It was great.
Yes.
Sounds like it. I can't wait to go, but they don't take old fat guys. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And like anybody who hasn't seen it, go on YouTube. You got to see 5,000 kids jumping up and down in Times Square. It's wild. Thank you, Haley. You're the
Thank you
best.
so much. Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you. 1,000 thank yous. Bye.